Hello, welcome to our channel. We are creating a video series that covers 100 interview questions to help aspiring candidates succeed in their interviews. Each question will include an in-depth explanation of its background and guidance on how to formulate effective responses. Current 100 video series will be for QA lead candidate, and this specific video is for 15 most important question under category experience-based questions. Questions that can be asked in the beginning of the interview. Structure of this video will be number 1, question. Number 2, category of the question. Number 3, target area for this question. Why is this question asked? Number 4, reason for asking these questions. What interviewer trying to achieve? Number 5, answer structure. How it should be answered. Number 6, sample answer with detailed response, considering the key skills and other skills which might be mentioned in the resume, including the technologies and tool that are used in the industry in at least 1,500–1,700 character. Number 7, answer analysis. Let's get started. Question number 11. Can you describe a project where you led the QA effort from start to finish? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is this question seeks to assess the candidate's leadership in managing the full QA lifecycle, including planning, execution, and delivery. It focuses on your ability to take ownership of the QA process, ensuring all phases, test strategy, team coordination, issue resolution, and final release are executed efficiently. The goal is to evaluate your leadership, project management, and technical skills, as well as your ability to collaborate with cross-functional teams to deliver a high-quality product. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer is looking to evaluate your hands-on experience in leading a QA effort from start to finish, ensuring quality is built into every stage of the project. This helps to understand how well you manage resources, handle challenges, and use QA processes to ensure that the product meets business and technical requirements. The response should show how you balance strategic planning with day-to-day execution and problem-solving. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the project and your role. 2. Explain the challenges faced. 3. Highlight how you manage the QA process. 4. Discuss the outcome and any lessons learned. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. In one of the major projects I led, we were tasked with delivering a software update for Samsung smart TVs to improve user experience with streaming services. I was responsible for the entire QA effort, from planning the test strategy to managing the testing team and ensuring the release met quality standards. First, I collaborated with the product management and development teams to clearly define the requirements and potential risks. Based on that, I designed a comprehensive test strategy that included both manual and automated testing. One of the key challenges we faced was the need to test compatibility with multiple streaming platforms and various external devices, which required extensive cross-platform testing. I divided the QA team into subgroups, assigning each group to specific test scenarios. We used Selenium for UI automation and Postman for API testing, while also performing extensive regression testing to ensure new updates didn't break existing functionality. I also integrated our tests into a CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins, which helped speed up testing and provided real-time feedback to developers. Throughout the project, I held daily stand-ups to track progress and resolve any blockers. After testing was complete, we achieved a smooth release with 0 critical defects in production. This project reinforced the importance of collaboration, as working closely with developers and other stakeholders helped identify and fix issues early. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The answer demonstrates strong leadership and project management abilities, showing how the candidate effectively organized and executed the QA process across various stages. The candidate's use of automation tools like Selenium, Postman, and Jenkins highlights their technical proficiency, while their focus on team collaboration and daily stand-ups reflects sound communication skills. Achieving a release with 0 critical defects illustrates a high level of quality control and reinforces their ability to manage large-scale projects effectively. Question number 12. Tell me about a time when a project was behind schedule? How did you manage the QA effort to meet the deadline? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question is designed to assess how effectively you handle crisis management, decision-making, and adaptability under pressure. The focus is on your ability to manage a QA process when a project is behind schedule while maintaining high quality. It evaluates how you prioritize tasks, optimize resources, and find efficient solutions to meet tight deadlines without compromising the product's integrity. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer wants to evaluate your ability to manage high-pressure situations where deadlines are tight and how you ensure the QA process remains effective under such constraints. This will demonstrate your problem-solving skills, resourcefulness, and leadership in balancing the urgency of timelines with the need for thorough testing and quality assurance, showing how well you manage both time and team dynamics. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Set the context of the project and the cause of the delay. 2. Explain the steps taken to manage QA efforts. 3. Discuss how you met the deadline and maintained quality. 4. Share the outcome and lessons learned. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. During the development of a new voice control feature for Samsung TVs, the project fell behind schedule due to unforeseen integration issues with third-party services. As the QA lead, I had to reassess our testing timeline while ensuring the product's quality wasn't compromised. I immediately reviewed our test strategy and identified areas where we could optimize the process. We decided to implement risk-based testing, focusing our efforts on the most critical features first. I also streamlined our manual testing process by shifting some tasks to automation, which we achieved using Selenium for repetitive UI testing. In addition, I encouraged cross-functional collaboration to address bottlenecks, holding daily sync meetings with the development and product teams to ensure that any blockers were resolved quickly. By reallocating resources, prioritizing high-risk areas, and leveraging automation, we were able to catch up and meet the release deadline with minimal defects. This experience taught me the value of adaptability in QA. While the situation was challenging, we maintained quality by focusing on critical areas, communicating effectively, and using automation to our advantage. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The response highlights the candidate's crisis management skills, particularly in optimizing resources and reprioritizing tasks through risk-based testing. The use of automation to streamline manual processes demonstrates strategic decision-making to increase efficiency. The daily syncs and cross-functional collaboration emphasize strong communication and leadership under pressure. The outcome, with minimal defects and an on-time release, reflects the candidate's ability to maintain quality even in challenging situations, showcasing both flexibility and problem-solving. Question number 13. Can you describe an instance when you identified a major defect late in the development cycle? How did you handle it? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is. This question aims to evaluate the candidate's ability to manage crisis situations, particularly when a major defect is identified late in the development cycle. It seeks to assess how you handle high-pressure scenarios, troubleshoot technical issues, and lead your team to quickly resolve problems while minimizing the impact on deadlines and product quality. The focus is on decision-making, problem-solving, collaboration, and process improvement when time is limited. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer is looking to understand your ability to address unexpected critical defects late in the development cycle. This scenario can significantly impact product delivery timelines and quality, so your response should highlight how you balance urgency with the need for a thorough resolution. The goal is to gauge your technical knowledge, leadership skills, and capacity to improve processes to prevent similar issues in the future. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Explain the defect and how it was discovered. 2. Describe the steps taken to resolve the issue. 3. Highlight the outcome and any changes made to the process. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. During the final stages of testing for a software update on Samsung Smart TVs, we discovered a major defect in the HDMI CEC feature that affected device connectivity. The issue was identified during a routine manual test but hadn't been caught in earlier automated tests due to a missing edge case. I quickly convened a team meeting to assess the severity and potential impact of the defect. Since the issue affected core functionality, we decided it was critical to address it before release. I worked closely with the development team to analyze the root cause, and we identified that a recent code change had inadvertently altered the HDMI handshake process. Given the tight timeline, we used a hotfix strategy and accelerated the testing process by creating automated scripts to test all possible scenarios for HDMI CEC communication. After thorough testing, we released the fix within 48 hours, and the update was deployed without further issues. After the project, I implemented a more robust regression testing framework to ensure that similar edge cases would be caught in future releases. This experience highlighted the importance of comprehensive testing and the value of fast, effective collaboration in resolving critical defects. Now, let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The response demonstrates the candidate's ability to manage a high-pressure situation effectively, combining quick decision-making with thorough technical analysis. By rapidly convening the team, using a hotfix strategy, and deploying automated testing, the candidate shows leadership and resourcefulness. The introduction of a more robust regression testing framework reflects a forward-thinking approach to process improvement. This showcases not only crisis management, but also a long-term commitment to enhancing quality assurance practices, ensuring that similar issues are prevented. Question number 14. Describe a situation where you had to manage conflicting priorities in your QA team. How did you resolve it? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question seeks to evaluate the candidate's leadership in managing conflicting priorities within a team. The goal is to assess your ability to prioritize tasks effectively, allocate resources, and maintain team productivity under pressure. It also measures your conflict resolution skills, decision-making ability, and how you ensure project deadlines and quality standards are met when your team is faced with competing demands. Reason for asking this question is the interviewer wants to assess how you handle situations where multiple high-priority tasks are competing for your team's time and resources. Your response should demonstrate your ability to perform risk assessments, make informed decisions, and balance competing demands while ensuring the team remains effective and projects are delivered on time. It also highlights how well you communicate and collaborate with other stakeholders during these situations. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Explain the conflicting priorities. 2. Describe the steps taken to resolve the issue. 3. Highlight the outcome and any lessons learned. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. In a previous role, we had 2 high-priority projects running simultaneously, a firmware update for smart TVs and a new feature release for a streaming app. Both projects had tight deadlines, and my QA team was stretched thin trying to manage both. To resolve the conflict, I first met with the product managers and development leads to understand the criticality of both projects. I performed a risk assessment for each project to determine which aspects were most likely to cause significant delays or issues if not addressed promptly. Based on this analysis, I restructured our testing efforts, dedicating more resources to the higher-risk areas of the firmware update while automating the less critical tests for the streaming app. I also rotated team members between the 2 projects to ensure balanced workload distribution, allowing us to meet both deadlines without compromising on quality. Regular communication with both project teams was key to keeping everyone aligned. In the end, both projects were delivered on time, and the experience reinforced the importance of clear communication and risk-based prioritization in managing conflicting priorities. Now, let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The candidate's response reflects strong leadership and decision-making abilities in managing conflicting priorities. By conducting a risk assessment and reallocating resources, they show a methodical approach to prioritization, ensuring that the most critical issues are addressed without sacrificing overall quality. The rotation of team members and regular communication demonstrate effective team management and collaboration. The outcome highlights the ability to meet deadlines while balancing competing demands, emphasizing both resource optimization and proactive conflict resolution. Question number 15. Can you talk about a time when you improved a testing process in your team? What was the outcome? Category of the question is Experience-Based Questions 3. Target area of the question is This question aims to evaluate the candidate's ability to identify inefficiencies and implement meaningful process improvements in QA. It focuses on how you take initiative to enhance the testing workflow, ensuring that the team operates more efficiently while maintaining or improving quality standards. The goal is to assess your problem-solving, technical skills, and leadership in driving innovation and optimizing processes within your team. Reason for asking this question is the interviewer is looking to understand your approach to process improvement within a QA environment. They want to see how you identify bottlenecks, propose practical solutions, and implement changes that make the QA process more effective and streamlined. Your response should demonstrate both your technical knowledge and your ability to improve workflows, showing how these enhancements positively impact the team's productivity and product quality. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the process improvement. 2. Explain why the improvement was necessary. 3. Highlight the outcome. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. In one of my earlier roles, our manual regression testing was taking too long and significantly slowing down the release cycle. I identified this as a bottleneck and decided to introduce an automation framework using Selenium for UI testing and Junit for managing test cases. First, I collaborated with the development team to identify the most critical test cases that could be automated. I then created a series of reusable automation scripts that covered core functionalities, and over the course of a few sprints, we built out a comprehensive suite of automated tests. I also integrated these tests into our CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins, so they ran automatically with each new build. The result was a significant reduction in testing time, from several days to a few hours, which allowed us to meet our release deadlines more consistently. Additionally, the automation freed up our manual testers to focus on exploratory and edge case testing, which further improved the overall quality of our releases. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The answer demonstrates the candidate's proactive approach to addressing inefficiencies, specifically in manual regression testing. By introducing automation tools like Selenium and Junit, the candidate displays technical proficiency and initiative in optimizing the QA process. Integrating the automation suite into the CI/CD pipeline further showcases their forward-thinking approach, improving speed and reliability in testing. The outcome, faster releases and higher testing quality, emphasizes the impact of their solution on both team efficiency and product quality, highlighting their focus on continuous improvement. Question number 16. Can you give an example of when you had to train or mentor a junior QA team member? What was your approach? Category of the question is Experience-Based Questions. Target area of the question is This question is aimed at assessing your leadership and mentoring skills, specifically in how you help develop the skills of junior team members. It focuses on your ability to coach, provide guidance, and support the growth of others within the team. The interviewer wants to evaluate how well you nurture talent, foster learning, and ensure the team's long-term development, contributing to a culture of continuous improvement and knowledge sharing. Reason for asking this question is the interviewer is interested in your ability to mentor and train junior team members, which reflects your leadership and coaching skills. They want to understand how you approach knowledge transfer, your patience in addressing learning challenges, and how you tailor your teaching methods to fit the needs of individuals. This helps assess your impact on the team's development, ensuring that less experienced members grow and contribute more effectively over time. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the situation and the junior team member's challenges. 2. Explain your approach to training or mentoring. 3. Highlight the outcome and how it benefited the team. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. One of the junior QA engineers on my team was struggling with understanding automated testing frameworks, particularly Selenium. I took it upon myself to mentor him, as I believed his growth would benefit both him and the team. I began by breaking down the complex concepts into smaller, more manageable parts, starting with the basics of automation and gradually moving to more advanced topics like scripting and integrating tests into our CI/CD pipeline. I also provided hands-on examples and guided him through writing his first automation scripts. Over the course of several weeks, he became proficient in Selenium and was able to contribute significantly to our automation efforts. His improved skills not only boosted his confidence, but also increased the overall testing capacity of our team, allowing us to complete automation tasks more efficiently. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The response showcases the candidate's ability to identify a junior team member's challenges and provide tailored, hands-on mentorship to address them. By breaking down complex concepts and offering practical guidance, the candidate demonstrates an effective teaching approach. The outcome, where the junior members' improved proficiency directly benefits the team's automation efforts, highlights the candidate's leadership and long-term vision for team development. This response emphasizes the importance of fostering individual growth to enhance overall team productivity and morale. Question number 17. Tell me about a time when you had to work with other departments to resolve a QA issue. How did you ensure successful collaboration? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question is designed to assess your ability to work collaboratively across departments, focusing on how you facilitate communication and cooperation when resolving complex QA issues. It aims to evaluate your cross-functional collaboration, leadership in coordinating efforts, and ability to drive solutions by working with different teams such as development, product, and infrastructure. The focus is on ensuring successful collaboration and achieving a common goal in a team-oriented environment. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer wants to gauge your capability to collaborate with other departments in solving QA-related issues, which is crucial in complex projects that require input from various teams. They are looking for examples of how you ensure that communication is clear, that you align team efforts toward a resolution, and that you can bring together diverse expertise to resolve technical challenges. The question also evaluates your leadership in coordinating cross-functional efforts and maintaining transparency throughout the process. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the issue and the departments involved. 2. Explain how you facilitated communication and collaboration. Highlight the outcome and any lessons learned. Here is the sample answer, based on the answer structure we discussed. During the development of a new app for smart TVs, we encountered a persistent performance issue that wasn't identified during our regular testing. To resolve it, I had to collaborate closely with the development, product management, and infrastructure teams. I organized a cross-departmental meeting where we discussed the issue and possible causes. I ensured that everyone had a clear understanding of the problem by providing detailed logs and test reports, and we worked together to isolate the issue to a specific database query that was causing the performance bottleneck. By fostering open communication and encouraging a collaborative approach, we were able to fix the issue in time for the release. This experience reinforced the importance of involving all relevant departments early in the problem-solving process and maintaining transparency. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The response highlights the candidate's strong collaboration and communication skills across multiple departments to solve a complex performance issue. By organizing cross-functional meetings, sharing detailed data, and fostering open communication, the candidate demonstrates leadership and teamwork. The outcome showcases their ability to work collaboratively, isolate technical problems, and find solutions efficiently. This example emphasizes the importance of early involvement, transparency, and collective problem solving when addressing issues that span multiple departments. Question number 18. Can you give an example of when you successfully implemented test automation? What was the impact? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is this question is designed to assess your expertise in implementing test automation and how well you can utilize automation tools to improve efficiency in the QA process. The goal is to evaluate your hands-on technical skills in identifying manual bottlenecks and successfully applying automation solutions. Additionally, it assesses your understanding of automation frameworks, your strategic decision-making in prioritizing test cases, and the overall impact of automation on the project's timeline and quality. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer seeks to understand your technical knowledge of test automation and the strategic approach you take to implement it in real-world scenarios. They want to see how your automation skills contribute to increased productivity, faster releases, and improved product quality. This question also evaluates your ability to identify high-value opportunities for automation and how you integrate automated tests into existing development workflows, ensuring long-term benefits for the team. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the automation initiative. 2. Explain your role in its implementation. 3. Highlight the outcome and the benefits for the team or project. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. In my previous role, we were spending a significant amount of time on manual regression testing for every release. I proposed and led an initiative to automate our regression tests using Selenium and TestNG. I started by identifying the most time-consuming manual test cases and worked with the team to write scripts for those scenarios. We then integrated the automated tests into our CI/CD pipeline with Jenkins, so they ran automatically whenever new code was pushed. The result was a dramatic reduction in testing time, from 3 days of manual testing to just a few hours of automated testing. This not only sped up our release cycle, but also allowed the QA team to focus on more critical exploratory testing. The automated tests caught several defects early in the process, contributing to higher overall product quality. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The response demonstrates the candidate's strong technical skills in implementing test automation and the positive impact it had on reducing manual testing time. By leading the initiative, identifying key areas for automation, and integrating the tests into the CI/CD pipeline, the candidate showcases their ability to drive process improvement and increase efficiency. The outcome highlights a tangible reduction in testing time and an improvement in product quality, emphasizing the value of automation in freeing up resources for critical exploratory testing. This example also illustrates strategic thinking and problem-solving abilities. Question number 19. Describe a time when you had to deal with a difficult stakeholder or client in relation to a QA issue. How did you handle it? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is this question is aimed at assessing your interpersonal and communication skills, particularly in managing challenging interactions with stakeholders or clients. It evaluates how well you can navigate conflict, maintain professionalism, and manage expectations under pressure. The interviewer is looking for your ability to handle difficult conversations diplomatically while keeping the project on track, demonstrating your capability to balance technical problem-solving with effective stakeholder management. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer wants to understand how you approach challenging situations involving stakeholders, especially when unexpected issues arise in the QA process. This question evaluates your ability to communicate clearly, manage expectations, and resolve conflicts while maintaining a positive relationship. They want to see how you balance technical troubleshooting with the need to reassure and update stakeholders, ensuring that concerns are addressed proactively and effectively. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the situation and the stakeholders' concerns. 2. Explain how you managed the conversation. 3. Highlight the outcome and any changes made to the process. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. During the release of a major update for a smart TV app, One of our external stakeholders raised concerns about performance issues late in the QA process. They were frustrated that the issue wasn't caught earlier and wanted immediate resolution. I scheduled a meeting with the stakeholder to understand their concerns and explain the steps we had already taken. I reassured them that we were actively working on a fix and provided a detailed timeline for when the issue would be resolved. To prevent further escalation, I set up regular check-ins with the stakeholder to keep them updated on progress. We managed to resolve the issue within the agreed timeframe, and by keeping the stakeholder informed throughout, we maintained a positive relationship. Following the incident, I worked with the team to improve our performance testing process to catch similar issues earlier. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The response highlights the candidate's ability to handle difficult stakeholder interactions with professionalism, demonstrating strong communication skills and a problem-solving mindset. By addressing the stakeholder's concerns directly and maintaining regular updates, the candidate effectively manages the situation and builds trust. The outcome showcases their ability to resolve the issue within the agreed timeline and emphasizes continuous improvement by refining the performance testing process afterward. This example reflects resilience in conflict resolution and the ability to turn a negative situation into a learning opportunity. Question number 20. Can you describe a time when you missed a defect during testing? How did you address it and prevent similar issues in the future? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is this question is designed to evaluate your accountability when mistakes occur, as well as your ability to troubleshoot, resolve issues, and improve processes. The interviewer wants to assess how you handle errors, take responsibility for them, and what corrective measures you implement to prevent similar defects in the future. The focus is on your capacity to learn from mistakes and demonstrate a proactive approach to enhancing the quality assurance process. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer is looking to understand how you respond to mistakes, especially when a defect slips through testing. They want to gauge your problem-solving abilities, your willingness to accept responsibility, and the steps you take to rectify the situation. Moreover, they seek insight into how you use such experiences to improve QA processes, ensuring that future errors are minimized through strategic adjustments. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the defect and how it was missed. 2. Explain how you addressed the issue. 3. Highlight the actions taken to prevent future occurrences. Here is the sample answer, based on the answer structure we discussed. Early in my career, we missed a critical defect in the login functionality of a smart TV app. The issue only appeared under specific network conditions, which weren't fully covered in our test cases. Once the defect was reported by users, I immediately took responsibility and worked with the team to investigate the root cause. We reproduced the issue and quickly released a hotfix to resolve it. Afterward, I expanded our test coverage to include more varied network conditions and introduced exploratory testing sessions to catch edge cases that our automated tests might miss. This experience reinforced the importance of testing under a wide range of conditions and encouraged me to improve our testing strategy to minimize future risks. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. The response reflects strong accountability and a solution-oriented mindset, demonstrating the candidate's ability to address the issue quickly while taking responsibility for the oversight. The explanation of how they expanded test coverage and introduced exploratory testing shows initiative in refining processes to avoid similar problems. This answer highlights not just a commitment to fixing the immediate issue, but also a focus on long-term improvements, showcasing adaptability and a proactive approach to quality assurance. Question number 21. Tell me about a time when you had to manage a large amount of test data. How did you ensure accuracy and efficiency? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question aims to assess your data management and organization skills within the context of quality assurance. The interviewer is interested in how you handle large volumes of test data, focusing on your ability to ensure accuracy, maintain consistency, and enhance efficiency throughout the testing process. Your response should reflect your strategic approach to data handling in complex projects. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer wants to evaluate your experience in managing test data effectively, particularly in large-scale projects. They are looking for insights into how you organize, validate, and analyze data while minimizing errors. Understanding your approach to data management will provide valuable information about your problem-solving abilities and your capacity to maintain quality standards under demanding circumstances. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the project and the data involved. 2. Explain how you managed the data. 3. Highlight the outcome and any tools or processes used. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. During a project involving user behavior analysis on Samsung smart TVs, we had to manage a large amount of test data, including logs from different devices and regions. Ensuring the accuracy and consistency of this data was critical for validating the app's performance and user engagement. I organized the data by creating a centralized database that allowed easy access and filtering of test results. I used scripts to automate the data collection process and tools like SQL for querying and analyzing the data efficiently. To ensure accuracy, I implemented validation checks that cross-reference data from different sources, flagging any discrepancies. This approach allowed us to manage the data more efficiently, reducing manual errors and providing quick insights into user behavior, which ultimately improved the app's performance. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. This response effectively demonstrates the candidate's technical prowess in managing large data sets, showcasing their ability to automate processes and ensure data accuracy. The organized approach to creating a centralized database and implementing validation checks illustrates a methodical mindset that prioritizes efficiency. By highlighting the reduction of manual errors and the quick insights gained, the candidate emphasizes not just their technical skills, but also the positive impact on the project's outcomes, which is crucial for QA success. Question number 22. Can you talk about a time when you had to adapt to a new testing tool or methodology? How did you approach it? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question aims to evaluate your adaptability and eagerness to learn new tools and methodologies within the quality assurance field. The interviewer is looking for insights into how you approach change, especially when it involves adopting unfamiliar testing practices. Your response should illustrate your capacity to embrace new technologies and enhance your skills for better team performance. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer seeks to assess your ability to navigate the evolving landscape of QA tools and methodologies. They want to know how you approach learning new technologies and how your adaptability contributes to your effectiveness as a QA professional. Understanding your adaptability will provide insights into your potential to thrive in dynamic environments and enhance team collaboration. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the situation and the new tool methodology. 2. Explain how you adapted to it. 3. Highlight the outcome and any benefits gained. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. In my previous role, we decided to shift from traditional testing methods to behavior-driven development, BDD, using Cucumber. It was a new approach for both me and my team, so I made it a priority to get up to speed quickly. I started by attending training sessions and reading documentation to understand how BDD could improve our testing process. Then, I worked with the development team to implement Cucumber into our existing test framework. We wrote test cases in Gherkin syntax, which allowed for better collaboration between QA, developers, and product managers, as everyone could easily understand the test scenarios. Adapting to BDD not only improved communication across teams, but also resulted in more efficient test automation. Our test coverage improved, and we were able to catch more defects earlier in the development cycle. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. This response highlights the candidate's proactive approach to learning and adapting to new methodologies, showcasing their commitment to professional development. By attending training sessions and collaborating with the development team, the candidate demonstrates initiative and teamwork. The emphasis on improved communication and defect detection illustrates the tangible benefits of adapting to behavior-driven development, BDD. Overall, the response effectively conveys the candidate's ability to enhance processes while fostering a collaborative environment. Question number 23. Describe a time when you had to perform security testing. How did you approach it, and what were the results? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question aims to evaluate your understanding of security testing principles and methodologies. The interviewer is interested in assessing your ability to identify vulnerabilities in a product and your familiarity with best practices for ensuring data protection during the testing phase. Your response should reflect a solid grasp of security testing processes and their application in real-world scenarios. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer seeks to understand your experience with security testing and its critical role in safeguarding user data and product integrity. They want to know how you approach security challenges, what methodologies you employ, and how you ensure compliance with industry standards. This insight will help gauge your capability to contribute to a secure development lifecycle. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the project and the need for security testing. 2. Explain your approach to security testing. 3. Highlight the results and any issues uncovered. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. I was once responsible for testing a new payment feature in a Samsung TV app, which required a high level of security due to the sensitive nature of the user data involved. My approach to security testing involved both manual and automated methods. First, I conducted vulnerability assessments by testing for common issues like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, XSS, and insecure direct object references. I also used tools like OWASP Zap to scan the application for potential security vulnerabilities. In addition, I reviewed the app's compliance with industry security standards and ensured that data encryption was properly implemented. As a result, we identified a few vulnerabilities related to improper session handling, which could have exposed user data. After reporting these issues to the development team, they were resolved before the feature was released. This proactive testing ensured that the feature was secure and met all compliance requirements. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. This response effectively showcases the candidate's expertise in security testing, highlighting their use of both manual and automated methodologies. By detailing specific techniques such as vulnerability assessments and tools like OWASP Zap, the candidate demonstrates technical proficiency. The identification of session handling vulnerabilities underscores the candidate's proactive approach to risk management, illustrating their commitment to maintaining product security. Overall, the answer reflects a thorough understanding of security considerations in software testing, emphasizing the importance of compliance and risk mitigation. Question number 24. Can you describe a time when you had to test a product in an unfamiliar domain? How did you ensure the testing was thorough? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question seeks to evaluate your adaptability and learning capabilities when faced with testing in an unfamiliar domain. The interviewer is interested in understanding how you approach new challenges, what strategies you employ to gather domain knowledge, and how you ensure that your testing process remains thorough and effective despite initial unfamiliarity. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer wants to assess your ability to navigate the complexities of testing in a new environment, particularly how you manage the inherent challenges that arise from unfamiliarity with industry standards and requirements. Your response will demonstrate your resourcefulness in researching and collaborating with experts, as well as your commitment to delivering quality results. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the unfamiliar domain and your initial challenges. 2. Explain how you ensured thorough testing. Highlight the outcome and any tools or processes used. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. In a previous role, I was assigned to lead the QA effort for a new healthcare app, a domain I wasn't familiar with. Since I knew the healthcare industry has strict regulations and high security standards, I took the time to research the specific requirements for the app. I started by reviewing the relevant industry standards, including HIPAA compliance, and worked closely with subject matter experts to understand the critical features that needed to be tested. I also collaborated with the development team to identify any high-risk areas, such as data privacy and user authentication. To ensure thorough testing, I created detailed test cases that focused on both functional and non-functional requirements, paying particular attention to security and performance. I also conducted exploratory testing to uncover potential edge cases. In the end, we delivered a high-quality product that met all industry standards and was well received by users. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. This response effectively illustrates the candidate's adaptability and proactive learning approach in an unfamiliar domain. By detailing their research into industry standards such as HIPAA, the candidate demonstrates a strong commitment to compliance and quality assurance. Collaboration with subject matter experts and the development team highlights their teamwork and communication skills, essential for successful QA efforts. The emphasis on thorough testing through detailed test cases and exploratory methods showcases their comprehensive approach, ultimately resulting in a high-quality product that meets industry standards and user expectations. Question number 25. Tell me about a time when you had to present QA findings to a non-technical audience. How did you ensure they understood the key points? Category of the question is experience-based questions. Target area of the question is, this question aims to evaluate your communication skills, particularly your ability to convey complex QA findings to non-technical stakeholders. The interviewer is interested in understanding how you tailor your message for different audiences and ensure that key points are comprehensible, ultimately fostering collaboration and informed decision-making. Reason for asking this question is, the interviewer seeks to gauge your effectiveness in translating technical information into accessible terms for non-technical audiences. Your response will demonstrate your capacity to engage stakeholders by simplifying complex concepts and ensuring that critical issues are understood, which is vital for successful project outcomes and stakeholder buy-in. Now let's look at the how to structure this answer. 1. Describe the situation and the audience. 2. Explain how you simplified the findings. 3. Highlight the outcome and any feedback received. Here is the sample answer based on the answer structure we discussed. I once had to present our QA findings on a Samsung TV firmware update to a group of business stakeholders who had little technical background. The key issue was a performance bottleneck we had identified, which was causing delays in certain functions. To ensure they understood the key points, I avoided technical jargon and instead used real-world analogies to explain the issue. For example, I compared the performance bottleneck to a traffic jam where too much data was trying to pass through at once, causing delays. I also used visual aids like graphs to show the impact of the issue on user experience and how we plan to resolve it. The presentation was well received, and the stakeholders appreciated the clarity. By making the findings accessible, we were able to gain their support for delaying the release to address the performance issues, which ultimately led to a better quality product. Now let's look at the analysis which interviewer might do of this answer. This response effectively showcases the candidate's strong communication skills when presenting technical findings to a non-technical audience. By using relatable analogies, such as comparing performance bottlenecks to traffic jams, the candidate illustrates their ability to simplify complex concepts. The inclusion of visual aids, like graphs, further enhances understanding and engagement. The positive feedback from stakeholders emphasizes the effectiveness of this approach, leading to informed decision-making that prioritizes quality. Overall, the candidate demonstrates a strategic ability to bridge the gap between technical and non-technical perspectives, fostering collaboration and support for necessary actions. Hope this video gave you an insight into the interview questions and you can formulate your own answers based on the structures provided. Please provide your valuable feedback in the comment below and which question you need to be covered next in the area of QA lead. We have already made one series for Introduction General Questions category, link in the description below, or you visit our channel for more. In upcoming videos, we will cover following categories of the question: 1. Introduction General Questions, 2. Experience-based questions, 3. Behavioral questions, 4. Technical questions, 5. Job specifics, position-related questions, 6. Situational or problem-solving questions, 7. Cultural fit questions, 8. Questions about the company, 9. Closing conclusion questions. If you are interested to know more, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, click on the bell icon to get notified when new video is dropping on the channel. Thank you for watching our video. And remember, success in an interview is not just about knowing the answers. It's about knowing your story, showcasing your strengths, and believing in your potential. Every question is an opportunity to demonstrate the value only you can bring. Believe in yourself, prepare with purpose, and you'll achieve what you're aiming for. All the best for your preparation.